Chosen one, this is your story of beating the odds against a 33rd degree Master Mason who thought taking you out would be a walk in the park. Your authentic warrior spirit, your refusal to break despite decades of conspiracy, and your divine backing have left this Master Mason and his Vatican-connected network watching their entire world crumble as you rise to claim the financial independence and spiritual authority they tried to steal from you. The truth about your childhood trauma is darker than you imagined. Someone orchestrated the pain you experienced when you were young, and they did it with one specific goal in mind. They wanted to ruin your adulthood before it even began. This wasn't random suffering. This was calculated sabotage, executed by someone who saw your potential and decided to destroy it before it could bloom. Your primary enemy belongs to an undercover network, a secret society that has been attacking you through spiritual and physical means for decades. They operate in shadows, coordinating their efforts to keep you small, broke and defeated. This network reaches all the way to the Vatican itself, connecting religious institutions with occult practices in ways that would shock the general public. A 33rd degree Master Mason looked at you and thought taking you out would be a walk in the park. They saw a child who had been traumatized, a young person who seemed broken, and they believed their secret knowledge and connections would be enough to keep you down permanently. They were wrong, dead wrong. This individual possesses the highest levels of Masonic knowledge, connections that span global networks, and access to resources most people can't imagine. Yet all of this power has proven useless against your divinely protected destiny. Your own family members have been part of this conspiracy. Evil karmic family members who should have protected you instead chose to participate in your suppression. They watched as someone set up elaborate schemes to get to you, using other people as pawns in their twisted game. They stood by while your most intimate relationships were compromised, while professional opportunities were sabotaged, while your financial resources were systematically destroyed. The conspiracy goes deeper than family betrayal. They paid people to befriend you and date you, inserting spies into your romantic life. Professional infiltrators were strategically placed in your social circles, your workplace environments, your creative communities. They paid others to walk away from you at crucial moments, creating a pattern of abandonment that was designed to break your spirit and convince you that you were fundamentally unlovable or unworthy of loyalty. Someone even took out a life insurance policy on you, literally profiting from the possibility of your death. This reveals the calculating nature of your enemies. They view your existence in purely financial terms, seeing your potential demise as a business opportunity rather than a human tragedy. The policy exists because they understand your true value, even while working to prevent you from accessing it yourself. The setup network extends beyond your immediate environment. Someone deliberately placed another person in your path, using them as a vehicle to get closer to you. This intermediary may not have fully understood their role in the larger conspiracy, but they were strategically positioned to provide your enemies with access, information, and opportunities to cause damage. While you were trying to live a normal life, invisible battles were being fought over your soul. Monitoring spirits were constantly sent to watch your every move, reporting back to your enemies about your activities, your progress, your moments of strength and weakness. They sent spell work against you, dark magic designed to bind your success, cloud your judgment, and drain your energy. For years, this supernatural interference worked exactly as intended. You struggled where you should have succeeded. Doors slammed shut just as you approached them. People turned against you for no logical reason. Your health suffered. Your finances crumbled. Your relationships fell apart. But your enemies made a fundamental miscalculation. They judged your worth based on external circumstances rather than internal essence. They mistook temporary setbacks for permanent limitations. They confused your patience for weakness, your kindness for vulnerability, your authenticity for naivety. This misunderstanding became their downfall because they prepared for war against someone they thought you were. rather than someone you actually are. Something shifted in the spiritual realm. The spell work stopped working. The mirror magic lost its potency. The monitoring spirits found themselves blocked from accessing your energy. Your enemies are confused and desperate because the supernatural weapons they've relied on for so long are now powerless against your growing spiritual armor. The shift occurred because your spiritual development reached a critical threshold. Years of enduring attacks, surviving betrayals, and maintaining your authentic nature despite overwhelming pressure have forged you into someone who operates on a different frequency. Your energy signature has evolved beyond the reach of their low vibrational attacks. Their weapons were designed to work against someone operating from fear, desperation, and victimhood, but you no longer occupy that energetic space. The criminal activities go beyond spiritual warfare into tangible illegal actions. Someone purposefully infected another person with a sexually transmitted disease to avoid child support obligations, using biological warfare as a weapon in their personal battles. This reveals the depths of depravity your enemies will sink to in order to avoid responsibility and consequences for their actions. Identity theft has been committed against you. Someone has been pretending to be you, stealing resources and opportunities that rightfully belong to you. DNA evidence will force the truth into the open. The person who has been living off your stolen identity will be compelled to take a DNA test that will expose their deception. Scientific proof will demolish their ability to maintain the lie, providing irrefutable evidence of their criminal activity. Addiction has been weaponized against you through someone connected to a Suboxone clinic. This person understands how dependency creates vulnerability and has been using addiction treatment environments as hunting grounds for potential victims. They exploit people in recovery, taking advantage of their desperate need for support and stability. Prepare yourself for revelations that will exceed your worst fears about the depth of this conspiracy. 3 people who have been blackmailed into participating in your suppression are finally ready to speak. They're sick of being controlled, sick of being forced to work against someone they know deserves better, and they're about to expose everything. These 3 individuals have been living under threats for years, forced to participate in activities that violated their conscience and integrity. The blackmail material against them was carefully gathered and strategically deployed to ensure their compliance. They've watched you suffer, knowing they were part of the machine causing your pain, and the guilt has been eating away at their souls. The mechanism of their blackmail reveals the sophisticated nature of your enemy's operations. Compromising information was gathered through surveillance, infiltration, and manipulation. Financial crimes were orchestrated to create evidence of wrongdoing. Personal secrets were exposed and documented. Relationships were sabotaged to create leverage. The blackmail wasn't just about controlling these 3 individuals. It was about creating a network of unwilling accomplices who could be activated when needed. The truth is worse than you think. The systematic destruction of your childhood, the calculated sabotage of your adult opportunities, the spiritual warfare, the identity theft, the infiltration of your relationships, all of it was orchestrated by people who saw your potential and decided to destroy it rather than let you fulfill your destiny. An official document is coming to you very soon. This paperwork will provide legal vindication, concrete proof of the crimes committed against you, and the foundation for justice to finally be served. Your enemies have been desperately trying to prevent this document from ever reaching you, spending enormous resources and calling in powerful favors to block its delivery. The document represents more than just evidence. It's proof of your true identity, verification of your bloodline, confirmation of assets that belong to you, and legal standing that will change everything about your circumstances. The arrival of this paperwork will trigger a cascade of events that will restore what was stolen and provide compensation for what was endured. The big secret that has been hidden for so long has finally been exposed. The truth is out, and there's no putting it back in the box. This secret involves the true circumstances of your birth, the real identity of key family members, the location of assets that were hidden from you, and the documentation of crimes that were committed to keep you from accessing your inheritance. The Baton Rouge connection represents a geographical anchor point where crucial evidence was stored, where key witnesses reside, and where the final pieces of your true story can be found. The exposure didn't happen by accident. It was the result of divine timing intersecting with human courage. Someone with access to the truth finally found the strength to act according to their conscience rather than their fear. The revelation creates a domino effect that will bring down the entire network, because the secret was the keystone holding their conspiracy together. Your lifetime of patience is about to pay off in ways that will shock everyone who has been watching your story unfold. You are on the brink of becoming so financially secure that you will never have to ask any of your toxic family members for help again. The same people who stood by while you struggled, who participated in your oppression, who counted on your continued dependence, they're about to be powerless to affect your life. The Obsidian inner order never gonna give you up, never gonna let you walk through this awakening alone, never gonna scroll past your suffering like it's just content. This isn't just a rickroll, it's a lifeline in disguise. I built the Obsidian inner order because too many of us have been exiled for seeing the truth, cast out by family, gaslit by cults, haunted by gifts we didn't ask for. So now we gather, every week, live on Zoom, real people, real faces, a former CFO turned psychic, a seer who escaped Mormonism, a healer who broke free of ritual abuse, and yes, the calls are recorded so when you're on the floor you can come back to the field. We're not a meme, we're a miracle, and we're never gonna give you up. Join the Obsidian Inner Order, link in the description. These evil karmic family members are about to be furious because their control over you is ending permanently. They've relied on your financial vulnerability to maintain their influence, using money as a weapon to keep you compliant and grateful for whatever scraps they decided to throw your way. That dynamic is about to be completely reversed. You are about to be set, not comfortable, not getting by, not making do, mind to completely set for life. Success is right around the corner, and it's coming with such force and velocity that it will leave your enemies stunned. You are beating the odds that were deliberately stacked against you by people who thought they understood how the game was played. The 33rd degree Master Mason who believed taking you out would be easy is discovering that all his secret knowledge, all his connections, all his supernatural resources are useless against someone who has divine backing. You possess something he never accounted for, the favor of cosmic forces that are bigger than his earthly networks. His shock at your resilience has transformed into panic as he realizes that every weapon in his arsenal has failed. The ancient knowledge passed down through Masonic traditions, the network of influential contacts, the understanding of occult principles, none of it prepared him for encountering someone whose protection comes from source energy itself. His earthly power structure is crumbling against divine authority. Luke chapter 1 verse 37 declares that with God, nothing shall be impossible. This biblical truth is manifesting in your life right now. The same divine power that has been protecting you through decades of spiritual warfare is now actively working to restore everything that was stolen from you with interest. The beauty of your purpose extends beyond personal success to generational healing. Your victory doesn't just benefit you, it breaks curses that have affected your bloodline for centuries. Your triumph doesn't just restore your own inheritance, it opens pathways for others who carry similar bloodlines to access their own divine destiny. Your breakthrough doesn't just vindicate your own journey, it provides proof that the conspiracy tactics used against chosen ones can be overcome. Hearts are being changed by divine intervention. Even some of your former enemies are being transformed, their perspective shifted so they can finally see you clearly. The cosmic forces are not just protecting you, they're actively converting opposition into support, turning enemies into allies, and opening doors that were previously locked shut. Someone is about to offer you a significant opportunity, a leg up that will accelerate your transformation. This offer comes from a person who has genuinely changed for the better, someone who recognizes that people can evolve and grow beyond their past mistakes. Their heart transformation is real, and their desire to help you is authentic. The opportunity won't be small or tentative. It will be substantial enough to create immediate, measurable change in your circumstances. This person has access to resources, networks, or platforms that can amplify your success exponentially. Their offer represents divine orchestration working through human agency. You will soon receive a gift from someone who finds your self-love attractive. Your confidence, your refusal to diminish yourself to make others comfortable, your authentic expression of who you are, these qualities are drawing the right people into your orbit. The same self-assurance that your enemies tried to destroy is now becoming a magnet for opportunities and support. Rich and powerful people are taking notice of your situation. They see through the lies and manipulation, understanding that you are the victim of a coordinated attack rather than someone who deserves the treatment you've received. Their resources and influence are beginning to align with your success rather than your oppression. These influential allies bring more than money. They offer protection, credibility, and access to exclusive networks. Their support validates your worth in the eyes of others who follow their lead. When powerful people champion your cause, it creates a bandwagon effect that rapidly accelerates your ascension. Professional allies are emerging from multiple fields. Reformed software engineers, medical professionals, and other skilled individuals are joining your support network. The same industries that were infiltrated by your enemies are now providing genuine helpers who recognize your worth and want to contribute to your victory. The shocking revelations about your life story are creating complete clarity about everything you've experienced. The random traumas, the systematic failures, the spiritual attacks, the relationship sabotage, the financial struggles, it all makes perfect sense now. You weren't cursed or unlucky or fundamentally flawed. You were targeted by people who saw your potential and decided to destroy it. Understanding the truth transforms your entire relationship with your past. Every setback now reveals itself as evidence of your importance rather than proof of your inadequacy. Every attack becomes confirmation of your power rather than validation of your weakness. Every struggle demonstrates your resilience rather than highlighting your failures. The wealth flowing to you comes with spiritual protection that prevents it from being stolen, manipulated, or used against you. Your financial abundance will be matched by wisdom about how to preserve and multiply it. The same divine forces that orchestrated your victory will guide your stewardship of the resources you receive. Your warrior spirit has been fully activated and battle-tested. Every attack you survived, every betrayal you endured, every setback you overcame was preparation for this moment. You are not the same person who was victimized as a child. You are not the same person who struggled through young adulthood. You are a seasoned warrior who has been forged in the fires of conflict and emerged stronger than your enemies ever imagined possible. The warrior within you now operates with supernatural backing. Your intuition has been sharpened by years of navigating deception. Your discernment has been refined by experience with manipulation. Your strength has been tested and proven under the most extreme circumstances. You are now equipped to protect not only yourself but others who face similar attacks. The conspiracy network that worked against you for decades has crumbled under divine intervention. DNA tests are forcing truth into the open. Official documents are providing legal vindication. Secret activities are being exposed. Criminal behavior is being prosecuted. The same people who thought they were untouchable are discovering that cosmic justice operates on a different timeline than human justice, but it always arrives. Former enemies are being converted into allies through divine heart transformation. Hidden helpers are being revealed. New opportunities are flowing into your life with unprecedented speed and volume. The same spiritual forces that protected you through the darkest times are now actively working to restore everything that was stolen from you with compound interest. The restoration includes not just material compensation, but emotional healing, relationship repair, and spiritual elevation. You receive back more than was taken, because the divine doesn't just restore, it multiplies. Your patience and faithfulness during the wilderness season have earned you rewards that exceed your original inheritance. Your role as a chosen one with ancient royal blood is now fully actualized. The bloodline that your enemies tried to suppress is now the source of your greatest strength. The warrior spirit they tried to break is now the foundation of your unshakable confidence. The authentic power they tried to dim is now blazing brighter than ever before. Your solitary journey as the lone wolf has been vindicated. Every moment you spent walking alone, every time you had to rely on your own strength, every instance when you felt abandoned, all of it was preparing you for this moment when you would stand victorious over forces that seemed insurmountable. The lone wolf season taught you self-reliance, independence, and the ability to trust your own judgment over popular opinion. These qualities make you immune to groupthink, mob mentality, and peer pressure. Your victory couldn't have been achieved through committee or consensus. It required the unique strength that only develops in solitude. The world needs people who refuse to be molded by others' expectations. Your edginess cuts through pretense and challenges others to examine their own authenticity. The discomfort you create in people who live behind masks is actually an invitation for them to discover their own genuine selves. Your free spirit has been liberated from those who feared your power. No longer will you be constrained by people who needed you to stay small so they could feel big. No longer will you modify your behavior to accommodate those who were secretly working against your success. No longer will you dim your light to make others comfortable with their own darkness. The honor you receive isn't just personal recognition, it's restoration of generational dignity. Your family line is being healed backward and forward through time. Ancestors who suffered similar oppression are vindicated through your victory. Descendants who will inherit your bloodline receive a cleared path to their own greatness. Your testimony now serves as encouragement for others who face seemingly impossible odds. The documentation of your journey from systematic oppression to complete victory becomes a roadmap for other chosen ones who find themselves under similar attack. Your success proves that no conspiracy is too vast, no enemy too powerful, no odds too overwhelming when divine destiny is involved. The Master Mason's failure sends shockwaves through secret societies worldwide. The invincibility they believed their knowledge provided has been shattered by your victory. Other members of similar organizations are now questioning their own understanding of power and protection. Your triumph forces them to confront the reality that their earthly networks are no match for cosmic authority. Your victory becomes a case study in supernatural probability. When cosmic forces decide to intervene on someone's behalf, earthly mathematics becomes irrelevant. Impossible becomes inevitable. Hopeless becomes guaranteed. Your story rewrites the rules about what's possible when someone has divine backing. You have survived the conspiracy that was designed to be foolproof. You have overcome the spiritual warfare that was meant to be overwhelming. You have exposed the criminal network that was supposed to remain hidden forever. You have vindicated your bloodline that was targeted for destruction. You have activated your warrior spirit that was meant to be broken. You have claimed your divine purpose that was supposed to be buried. Each of these victories represents not just personal triumph, but cosmic justice being served. Your success restores balance to a world where innocent people had been systematically oppressed. Your breakthrough opens pathways for others who carry similar destinies, but have been held back by similar tactics. The same forces that orchestrated your victory are now positioning you for impact that extends far beyond your personal circumstances. Your role shifts from survivor to leader, from victim to victor, from target to protector. You now possess the authority, resources, and spiritual backing to help other chosen ones who are still fighting battles similar to the ones you've won. The responsibility that comes with your victory is magnificent. You become a beacon of hope for those who feel overwhelmed by impossible odds. Your story provides proof that divine intervention is real, that patience is rewarded, and that chosen ones cannot be stopped when their time arrives. Your testimony becomes ammunition for others who need to believe that their breakthrough is also possible. Your warrior spirit has graduated from defense to offense. No longer are you simply surviving attacks. You are now capable of preventing them entirely. Your spiritual armor has become spiritual weaponry. Your protective instincts have evolved into leadership capabilities. The same force that kept you alive through decades of warfare now empowers you to create safety for others. The seahorse spirit animal that has guided you through turbulent waters now leads you into calm seas where you can fully express your unique gifts. The patience and persistence this spirit taught you during your struggle now become the foundation for sustainable success in your victory. You've learned to navigate emotional depths without losing your direction, to maintain your position despite powerful currents trying to move you. Your authenticity, which your enemies tried to suppress, now becomes your greatest tool for connection and influence. People are drawn to your genuine nature because it's so rare in a world full of facades. Your refusal to compromise your essential self during the darkest times has created an unshakable foundation of integrity that others can trust and rely upon. The lone wolf season has ended, but the independence it taught you remains. You now have the ability to build community without losing yourself, to create alliances without compromising your values, to accept help without becoming dependent. The self-reliance you developed in isolation becomes the strength that makes your partnerships powerful rather than parasitic. Your edgy nature, which once made you a target, now makes you a force for necessary change. The same qualities that threatened established power structures now enable you to rebuild those structures in healthier ways. Your unwillingness to accept limiting beliefs creates space for others to expand their own possibilities. The divine purpose that was always within you is now fully operational. You understand not just that you are chosen, but what you are chosen for. The beautiful divine being that enemies tried to destroy has emerged more radiant than ever before. Your purpose extends beyond personal success to generational healing, beyond individual victory to cosmic justice. You are living proof that the universe operates on principles of ultimate justice, that patience is always rewarded, and that chosen ones cannot be stopped when their time arrives. Your story becomes part of the eternal testimony that good always triumphs over evil, that light always overcomes darkness, and that love always defeats hate. Your complete triumph stands as eternal testimony to the reality of divine intervention, the power of authentic living, and the inevitable victory of those who carry ancient royal blood and warrior spirits. You have beaten the odds, overcome the conspiracy, survived the warfare, exposed the corruption, vindicated your bloodline, and claimed your destiny. Your new beginning starts now, and it begins with the unshakable knowledge that you are exactly who you were always meant to be, a chosen one whose time has finally come.